sentence is beginning hardly and scarcely. Scarcely. The format remains the same, the structure remains the same. However, hardly takes when, and scarcely also takes when. But some grammarians do use than also with hardly. The rest of the structure remains the same. So the structure, so the sentence beginning hardly and scarcely are semi-negative words. Semi-negative words. No sooner is a negative phrase. Structure remains the same. It remains the same. After hardly or scarcely, you will have a helping verb, and you will copy the main clause as it is after when, if you're using the sentence scarcely or hardly, and you can also use than should you be rewriting the sentence using hardly. All right, now we move on to the next structure. Use of to, ellipsis, to, ellipsis once again, and to plus verb, again ellipsis. Let us consider this. These can be this particular structure. Either a sentence has this structure or a sentence has this structure, or it will have this structure. Ellipsis, so that. Any of these two structures. Adverb to will not take that. It will take a to plus verb. And so will not take to plus verb, it will take a that. And there are occasions wherein adverb to cannot be used absolutely, that is on its own. It conveys incomplete sense. Now, the important thing for us to understand here is that if a sentence has this structure to and to plus verb, and if the verb in it is negative, for example, then if I rewrite the same sentence using so that, the verb must become affirmative. Must become affirmative. Otherwise, it's ungrammatical, or I have, you may say, changed the meaning. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So this has to be borne in mind. Structure, a sentence having a sentence which has so that as a structure, if the verb in it is affirmative or negative, if I remove so that and put to and to plus verb in its place, the verb must become correspondingly negative or affirmative. Correspondingly affirmative or negative or affirmative. Otherwise, the meaning is incorrect. For example, let's take a sentence. Let's take not so easy a sentence. For example, we say the captain played so well that India won the match. Full stop. It is affirmative, and we are using these structures. We are also using. You're also learning in a way. Also learning side by side to bring an interchange between affirmative and negative. If sentence is affirmative, so that has been used, and the verb is affirmative. India won the match. Now I remove so that and use to and to plus verb. I will have to write the captain played too well for India not to win the match. I cannot write any other thing. I cannot write any other thing. This captain played too well for India not to win the match. Sentence, if it doesn't seem intelligible, it basically means the captain played so well that there was no question of India losing the match. There was no question of India not winning the match. I cannot change the adjectives also. I will not change the adjectives also. The quest is not to change the adjectives, not to use opposites. Not to use the opposites. This is the quest. And therefore it is very, very important. Fine. So the important thing that stands out is after no sooner I will use a helping verb. Otherwise I'm making a grammatical error. I'm committing a grammatical error. And the next important thing that stands out is the fact that if I know how to use no sooner and then, I can also rewrite the same sentence using hardly and when, or scarcely and when, or hardly and then, as the case be. And the third thing that stands out is